Let's talk. Stay tuned. Stay Tuned was a dark comedy from 1992 starring John Ritter as a couch potato who gets absorbed into a satellite dish with his wife and is forced to take part in various crazy TV shows literally from hell. For real, it's literally called Hellvision. Basically, the devil has his own TV network in which people are unwittingly thrown into shows and they fight for their own souls. Everyone is given 24 hours to survive this Hellvision, and if they succeed, they are allowed back home. It's a silly concept, but it's also very clever because not only does this set up some funny TV spoofs like The Fresh Prince of Darkness or
Dwayne's Underworld. Dwayne's Underworld.
It brings up some interesting criticisms of television as a whole while still celebrating the medium. The movie skillfully shows how silly and life-consuming television can be, but also how much fun it is and, how it can bring people together. Jeffrey Jones is Mr. Spike, the creepy demon dude who goes around giving people hell vision, and Eugene Levy plays Crowley, one of Spike's TV execs who is punished for questioning him and is promptly thrown into Hellvision himself. The late John Ritter is great as Roy Nabel, the lazy loser who is addicted to television, much to his wife's disappointment, and who then has to redeem himself through this whole ordeal. It's interesting to think that originally Tim Burton was going to direct this movie. Now, the film looks great as it is, but I can't help but wonder how much crazier it would have looked. Visually, I gotta say, Stay Tuned is pretty awesome. The special effects, both practical and CGI, look really impressive, especially for the time, and the animated segment, directed by Chuck Jones himself, is simply brilliant. Even though some of it used to scare me a bit as a kid, I always loved this movie, and after rewatching it many years later, I still think it's very good and weirdly underrated. There's really not much, if anything, I dislike about Stay Tuned. It's very funny, it looks great, the cast is terrific, the plot is creative and pretty original. It's just a very good movie. Oh, actually, if I had to pick my least favorite thing about the movie, it would probably be this young actress who, she's not the worst, but she just doesn't cut it in this movie, and her character is not really all that useful. I always felt bad about how Eugene Levy's character was treated in this film. I mean, sure, he worked for the devil, but soon enough he warms up to the Nabels and genuinely tries to help them. He even takes on Mr. Spike himself, and that's after he lost countless limbs throughout this whole thing. If I had to rate this movie, I would give it a strong 4 remotes out of 5, and I would definitely recommend you watch it. This is a slightly forgotten, very good cult comedy that, in my opinion, deserves a lot more recognition. It's well worth tuning in for. Get it? Tuning in? Ah, forget it.
Dwayne's Underworld. Dwayne's Underworld.